Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing fantastically well. So as mentioned before, this is my weekly review of how my performance is going, what I've been able to achieve in trading, and what the factors are influencing my trading ideas and what I'm doing going forward. Performance-wise, things are still not where I want them to be. Yes, there are lots of other side distractions I've got going on, which are not allowing me to trade as much as I want to, but hopefully that's going to resolve itself in the next week or two. I can get back to 100% concentration, full-time trading, and get the profits coming again. So let's go through some of my accounts I've got open and how I'm transitioning potentially away from some of the prop firms into other areas where I have more control of my own money. So let's start with Overview Funding Plus. I'm doing better on that account than most of my other ones for some strange reason. I am within a small percentage target of getting a payout. The TBS score is coming down, which is great. I'm not too bad at managing those side of things. And with a couple of good days trading, I should be expecting a payout in the next 2 weeks. The $200,000 FTMO challenge account is going pretty badly. I had a couple of disastrous days towards the end of last week, and that hasn't really done anything this week. I'm about 5% down overall, which I don't like to be in. I really want to turn that around. That's probably going to be my main focus for the next week, is trying to get it back to at least break even and maybe potentially into a profit. I've done no trading on my funded account with FTMO. Just park that one for now, just while I get my head sorted on other things. With too many things going on, I don't want to go have that distraction. Yes, I want to try and get the challenges done, but again, at the same time, I've not got the setup working where I want to be able to trade on the actual funded account. I'd rather just park that for now, come back to it in the future. No time limits, no stress, no worry. I'll get there eventually. So the big thing for me this week is really trying out darwinex. They have two avenues to actually get allocation of seed capital with them. That is the darwinex Zero. Essentially, you are trading on a demo account. You pay a one-off setup fee and a monthly rolling cost. The other one is we actually set up your own money into the classic side of things. They're a regulated broker within the FCA, so I had no qualms about putting a small amount of money into that account and then trading that one up. Now, I only put £1,000 in. It's not a huge amount, but that was the minimum you needed to have invested to then be able to qualify for their Darwins in the future. I've been trading that one really cautiously. It's getting my head around having that small capital amount again. Well, I'm so used to trading accounts of $100,000, $200,000. When you are 100 or 200 times less, it's already getting that scaling of what do I trade. Let's say I'm trading gold at one lot normally. Here I'm literally having to trade at 0.01, 100 times less, which is, again, difficult to get your head around. I just want to go back and press one lot. But again, I know if I did that, I'd blow the account straight away. And it's all about the risk management. It's placing trades that are in a position where I can let them run, but I'm not going to blow my account. There have been a few trades where if I actually look at it where my stop loss was on the actual account, I would have been at 2, 3, I think even 4% in some cases. So again, not perfect risk management, but at no point did actually any of my trades get into a negative. They actually all took off, but I probably closed them out too quickly, but I just wanted to get a profit and something on the board. Now the thing with darwinex, they're not actually looking for 10, 20% per month. They're only looking for outperforming the S&P. So you're only looking around about 2, 3% per month. This week I've managed to do 0.8%. Again, not fantastic, but again, when you look at with the rest of the traders under their portfolio, it's on a par. Most guys are only doing 2, 3% on a monthly basis, but obviously then you look at the overall 5-month performance with their drawdowns. Some people over a 5-month period are only at around about 6% return, and they're still able to get funding through this particular company. So I'm okay with that one. I think a lot of people go down the darwinex Zero route because they want to try and go down that avenue, because I think sometimes you can get actually quicker allocation of funding. I'm going to stick with a classic because ultimately the money I've put into that account, it will grow and it's my money. I can take it at any particular point. Again, it's not a massive amount of performance. You're only talking 0.8% on a week. But overall, if you look at that, I had that in the bank, it's far outweighed what I would have got on an interest payment. So again, it's cash, it's seed capital I'm able to take from other accounts I've earned from trading and put it into another avenue where I'm getting better returns overall. Also looking at my small spread betting account with IG, around about £5,000 in there. Typically what I was doing with that account was hedging against some of my stocks and shares when the price of the FTSE was going down, and taking that money out, putting it back into the shares account and being able to buy back into the other ones I already had. I've not done that over recently. It's been pretty bad. I've been taking trades on FTSE, for an example. I've done okay, but the problem with FTSE is on a daily funded bet, when you get to the ex-dividend dates, they take a large chunk out of your cash. So when you look at the overall analysis over that sort of period over the past couple of months, yes, there's been a significant growth in the actual equity, where it's been daily rollover fees, but when you take into account the massive amount of money going out due to the ex-dividend event on the FTSE, it's not been fantastic. But again, I'm working on building this over the next few weeks, next few months, so I can start scaling this account up. And if I have to put more money in, let's say I have to double that account over the next 2-3 months with my own money, it's not a big issue. I can then work on that one, scaling that account bigger and better in the future. I also did a quick summary of the amount of accounts I'm actually managing. If you look at the funded accounts, the challenge accounts, all the darwinex, the IG, the share accounts, all of my crypto accounts, there are probably about 10 accounts I have access to where there's either money or funding in them. Ideally, I don't want that many. I'd rather have significantly less, and I'll do a whole video on that one in the future about how it's easier to manage some of these. I am struggling a little bit. Yes, it'd be nice to, on the MetaTrader accounts, have copy trading programs, but the psychology around that for me personally, I want to have more access to each account and trade them slightly differently. So if I had a copy trader account doing the same thing across all of them, yes, it's ideal because you obviously place one trade here, it replicates across all your accounts. Reality is some accounts want to be swing trade, have different profit target objectives. Let's say my Overview Funding Plus account is a different strategy than I would do on my challenge accounts with FTMO. Totally different strategy I'm working on, and gains need to be different. Yeah, I'm just not looking to get the 10-20% monthly returns through OFP. And with FTMO, the challenges are slightly different. They can be done over a period of time, or it could be I could actually get onto one winning trade and do it very quickly. The problem there is the TVS score with OFP wouldn't translate into the results from FTMO, and I need to be balanced across all of these things. So there are definitely challenges by running copy trading accounts over multiple different platforms with different strategies. And that's one thing I'm working on over the next couple of weeks to hopefully be able to refine all these things. And what I want to do is work on giving myself a performance score. How is each account performing against what I want to do? And that will give me an overall thing I can summarize on a weekly basis and therefore see how I'm actually doing against my projections. But again, it's complicated. Trading is not easy. It's not the simplest thing in the world. We go on this journey to build wealth, build extra income, and ultimately become richer people overall. But it's not easy. And at times I struggle, but then at times I'm able to really flow and really fulfill all the potential I want to do. So hopefully next week is my end of month profit and loss. It's not going to be ideal, not going to be great, but I'll go through all of the breakdown of the accounts and hopefully bring some of these accounts in as well, so I can see how my overall portfolio is doing as opposed to just some of the funded accounts. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll catch you again very soon. Cheers.